Hey guys, welcome back to Philip Draws Comics. I'm Philip. That's my hand you see on the screen right now, drawing the picture in front of you. And today we're giving ourselves a real easy day today, drawing a picture of Spider-Man, basically just copying and pasting this image by Ed McGuinness. That is my phone's current home screensaver. It's been well over a week since I've posted anything, and it's been about that long since I've drawn anything. I did those Dungeons and Dragons commissions, and I kind of pushed to make sure those got done in a timely manner. Kind of burned myself out on drawing a little bit, and then the holiday season hit. It's Thanksgiving here, and it was Thanksgiving here in America this past week, so I had a lot of family obligations to take up my time. And what's more, I also live on a farm, so because everybody else had a lot of free time, we did a bunch of work around the farm. So spent the week cutting down trees and turning them into firewood and patching the roof on the woodshed out here. So just didn't have a whole lot of time to draw, but we're going to try to jump back into it today, and thought I'd give myself an easy time instead of, I had an itch as I was doing this to kind of turn it into a different drawing, maybe make it a different kind of Spider-Man, a Spider-Man 2099 or Black Suit Spider-Man, but I just thought, no reason to kill yourself. You're just shaking off the rust here. So just having a nice, easy day of drawing a fun little picture of Spider-Man. My two favorite superheroes are Spider-Man and Superman, and I always try to kind of figure out, if you had to categorize them in my mind. My sister does an interesting thing. She loves the books and the movies Gone with the Wind and Wuthering Heights. And both of those stories are both books and movies. So she does an interesting thing. She says that Gone with the Wind is her favorite book and Wuthering Heights is her favorite movie. So when it comes to Superman and Spider-Man, recently I was thinking about it and I was like, I think I could probably delineate that better. Superman is my favorite live action character, and Spider-Man I think is my favorite actual comic book character. By that I mean, I love the character of Superman, but I feel like most of the comics I read, just from his entire history, don't quite give me what I need with that character. And it's mostly in live action adaptations that sort of give me the Superman I need. Things like Superman, the movie with Christopher Reeve, the TV show Smallville, even the Superboy TV show of the 80s and 90s have the pitch that I like with Superman. That doesn't always come across in the actual monthly comic books featuring the character. On the flip side of that, Spider-Man is my favorite comic book character because I think his actual month-to-month, issue-to-issue run of stories is more just in keeping with how I envision the character. Even modern-day versions that I'm not always a big fan of, I realize that, I still collect comics, but the only one that I really go out of my way to read every couple of weeks is The Amazing Spider-Man. I think maybe part of that too goes to this podcast I listen to called The Amazing Spider Talk, where they review current Spider-Man comics and also Spider-Man comics of long ago. And I really enjoy Mark and Dan, the two guys that do that podcast. If you're a Spider-Man fan and you haven't been listening to The Amazing Spider Talk, go look them up. They're really amazing. Didn't mean for that. There's an episode of The Simpsons that I love. It's called Three Men and a Comic Book. And Bart's favorite superhero is a character called Radioactive Man. And in this episode, him and two of the other guys, Milhouse and Martin, put their money together to buy the very first issue of Radioactive Man and kind of go to war with each other over who gets to have it when. And that to me is sort of like the quintessential, that's how it feels to read comic books and to be interested in comics. And I realize that, when it comes to comics, I feel that way more about Spider-Man than I do Superman. I'd rather watch a Superman movie, but I'd rather read a Spider-Man comic, if that makes sense. Anyway, that's the end of the video, guys. Thanks for joining me while we just sort of knock the dust off of our skills. Be sure to like and subscribe and come back next time. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.